Yes, sir, we have some questions.
Like what? Bad. Come on, guys. I like the fitness program here. It's a good.
Hey everybody, Nathan here today, and for this week's Sketch and Chill, we're going to be doing Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, aka my favorite show, and one of my favorite series in general. So for you guys who are unfamiliar with Cowboy Bebop, I'll just have a brief rundown of what it's about. Basically, in the year 2071, there are bounty hunters, and they kind of just pick up the slack where the cops can't because crime has risen. Also in this future, basically Earth is uninhabitable due to something like meteor strikes or whatever. So now people are living on different planets and moons of some planets and stuff like that. And crime, like I said, is on the rise. So now bounty hunting is legal. And the main characters of the show are bounty hunters who live on this spaceship called the Bebop, pretty much. Now, the people I'm going to be doing for this is obviously who I'm doing right now, Spike. And then I'll do the other three main characters, Faye, Jet, and Ed. And then maybe the dog with Ed. And then maybe if I'm really up to it, I'll do one with all four of them in one picture. But I'm not sure about that, so it's kind of iffy. Now, I might get into it later in the video, but as for the drawing, as a whole, what I think about it, I think I did pretty good. It was a bit harder, but I'll get into more of that later. But as for how I got into the show, I kept hearing that it was the best anime of all time and one of the best just animated shows in general. So I decided to check it out, and I highly recommend that you guys do too, because the show is really great. Now I don't want to completely spoil anything because this is a really good show, and watching it trying to go in blind is a very good way to do so. That's what I've tried to do. But so I'll just kind of go over the basics of stuff that isn't really spoiler worthy. But so basically Spike has a past, and that's the part I'm not going to go into because it's kind of important. But basically at one point he was in a criminal organization, and then he left. Some things happened which I'm not going to go into, and so Spike basically became a bounty hunter. And now he became partners with this guy named Jet, who I'll do next time, and basically they became partners in bounty hunting and stuff. And I think it's implied that they met when actually bounty hunting. Makes sense. So basically he resides on the Bebop with Jet, and now they're partners going around and just doing bounty hunting. And although they're very skilled, they don't make a lot of money because something happens, and then a lot of the times they're poor. They're trying their best, but when there's nothing else to do, they just kind of just lay around, just can't really do anything. And the show is not a comedy. It can be very funny, but it's not a comedy or anything like that, not really. But basically, so Spike, he's actually my favorite character in the show. And the main word when you're talking about him is cool, because that's what he is. He's very nonchalant about a lot of things. He's kind of lazy. He doesn't really care about a lot of stuff. And usually, he actually won't, unless there's a bounty hunt or something, he usually won't really do anything. Maybe he'll watch TV or something, but besides that, not really anything. But he's very skilled, which makes it very weird when they don't catch any bounties or anything, because Spike can actually he's very good at martial arts, to the point where in the show I think he only does not completely win about twice, I think. But yeah, so if you want to see how good he is, well then here you go. So yeah, Spike's not really one to be trifled with. As you saw, he can clearly take care of himself. And it's just, like I said, it's really weird that for as skilled as he is, he's so lazy. And it's pretty much a paradox, the fact that him and Jet don't really catch that many bounties and they're always pretty much broke considering their skills. Because you saw what Spike can do, but Jet's not as skilled as Spike. Like, they definitely never show it that way. But he can still take care of himself. But yeah, they're usually always broke, always trying to, like, hungry, looking for food and stuff. But yeah, that's the way things are. But yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons that people like him is because he is so cool in his attitude and just his overall abilities and stuff. Because he's not superhuman, he's still a regular person, but you know, he's just very skilled. But I could go more in depth, but I don't want to spoil anything. I really do recommend that you guys find some way to watch it. But yeah, so now we're going into the inking and stuff like that, and like bold, like making the line art more bold and stuff. So I'll get back when we get to the coloring parts. So now we're entering the coloring phase, pretty much, and the coloring itself wasn't really too hard, like, because pretty much the main color that Spike wears is blue, but like just a little bit of yellow for like the shirt. But the coloring wasn't the hard part. This drawing was actually kind of difficult. Like, I could have just drawn him any kind of way, but because I do like the show so much, I tried to stay true to how it looks while still giving it kind of my own style with like the bold outline and stuff like that. So I actually really do like the way this one turned out. There's one thing that I am kind of iffy on is like probably sort of the face a little bit, and then like maybe one of the hands. But besides that, I'm happy with the way it turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I could post the next one quite soon. See you till then.
If you don't put down your guns! Don't you get it? I'm gonna splatter Grandma!
Well, that's a real shame. But we're not cops and we're not from some charity organization. Sorry, lady, but we don't protect or serve. This is strictly business.
What?
Guess you'll just have to chalk it up to bad luck.
Cowboy scumbag.
Wait a minute. I know you didn't mean that, Spike.
He called you a cowboy. What did he mean? What are you?
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.